Good morning. We'll start session 3 on chapter statistics. So in our previous class, we understood how to form a frequency distribution table using a tally. So in today's class, a presentation, that is graphical presentation, will start with histogram or a bar graph or a frequency polygon. So these sums are to be done in the graph book. A survey conducted by an organization for the cause of illness and death among the women between the ages 15 to 44 in years worldwide are found in the following figures. We know that when we construct a bar graph, only the information is given, right? That is the causes and number of things. When we want to construct a histogram, a class interval, a grouped data is given. That is secondary kind of data, what you can say. And this is something the primary data on investigation, what we just find out. So according to them, it is reproductive health condition. So we'll just draw a small reproductive health condition. I will write like this manner. I'm using a shortcuts, children, but you are not supposed to use it, right? Write down as it is given in this. Injuries, cardiovascular condition, respiratory condition, and others. I am using this because I'll have more and more space to draw the graph. These are the causes. And female fertility rate. Because of this, how many are falling sick? Female fertility rate in percentage, what we have. So this is 31.8%. This is 25.4%. 12.4%. 4.3, 4.1 and 22.0. Represent the following information given above graphically. Now we have not mentioned whether should I represent it by a bar graph, histogram or a frequency polygon. Remember always, whenever we have a primary kind of a data given along with the frequencies, this is always represented in a bar graph. Whenever we have a grouped data given with respect to frequencies, that can be represented by a histogram or a frequency polygon. Let's go with the bar graph. For this, scale is required. So your scale for x-axis and y-axis separately, what we have to choose. So here are the causes, what you write in x-axis, and here you will write female fertility rate in percentage. So each column or each boxes represent the each cause here. So first is reproductive health condition is the first box. Leave one space gap between, one box gap there. Neuropsychiatric condition, second box. Third box is injuries. Fourth box is cardiovascular condition and is respiratory, and last is others. Okay. So x-axis 1 unit is equal to cause. Each cause you can just mention. Y-axis 1 unit is equal to 4 centimeter. I'll consider. So I don't know whether it fits here. Let me see. So start from 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28 and 32. So reproductive health condition is 31.8. So 28 will come here, 30, 31. You can just count here, children. So in your graph book, it will be very easy for you to count. Reproductive health condition will come here. Next is neuropsychiatric condition is 25.4. 24 is here, 25 will come somewhere this point. The next is injuries is 12.4. So 12 is already here. Slightly I'll take it on top. Slightly. Next we have cardiovascular condition 4.3. This is 4.3. Then we have 4.1. And last we have 22. So we have 20. Okay. can also write in this part. Reproductive health condition. Oh, this is the graphical representation what we are supposed to do. Neatly do this in the graph book. You know graph things, how to write it, sharpen pencils, scale is must and should, right? And we not explain much on that. Let's answer the above questions. First one, represented graphically, which we have already done. Which condition is the major cause for women's ill health and death worldwide? Which condition do you think is maximum in percentage? Reproductive health condition is the major cause for women's ill health and death worldwide. Answer that. Third sub question. Try to find out with the help of your teacher any two factors which play a major role in above these major causes. Now, above these major causes, including reproductive health condition, what do you think is the major drawback or a major thing are they suffering from this? It can be because of lack of proper nutrition and diet, lack of proper education, what you can say, right? Lack of exercises, proper exercises. Because of these are the fertility rates. So 2 points, children, what you can write is, so lack of proper diet you can mention, first point. Second point you can mention lack of advised exercise, or up to you. You can also think on your own thing and write lack of proper education also. See, sometimes you will never know. When you have injuries or when you have cardiovascular thing or when you have neuropsychiatric condition, what you are supposed to do? Are you supposed to go to a doctor or are you supposed to take a home remedies for that? Which is more safer, right? These all things have to be known to people. So now even basically at home, sometimes for common cold or cough, fever, sometimes we take home remedies. Of course, yes, for a day or two. But if that is worsening, if the fever or cold is worsening for weeks together, do we still take home remedy? No, we immediately rush to doctor, correct? So that's the safest part what we do. In fact, even the mild symptoms, sometimes we have to go to be on the safer side because self-medication is not very good. So here, these are the conditions, lack of proper education. They are not aware what they have to do. Because of this are the condition. So write that in your own words. 2 or 3 sentences or 2 or 3 points, you can just mention it. The next one, here there are some homeworks here because all the sums are again based on this. Second one is again the bar graph what we have. So I'll be giving you homework. I'll just write down the homework part here. Homework part. Second one is homework. It's the bar graph again. Third one is again the bar graph. See, third one you might be wondering, what is the x-axis? X-axis is what? One unit is one political party. Each political party represents each boxes in x-axis. First party is A, B, C, D, right? And seats one will come in y-axis. Third one I am talking about. Fourth one will do it now because fourth one is different. We have a class interval time, that is a grouped frequencies what we have, and that for such frequencies we always use a histogram. That you have to remember here. Fourth one, the length of 40 leaves of a plant are measured correct to 1 millimeter and obtain the data in the given following table. So length in millimeter is 118 to 126, 127 to 120, 135, 136 to 144, so on, 172 to 180. Remember, for a histogram to construct, you might have read the definition, we always want a continuous class interval, right? What you are supposed to do first here, write the question as this, 118 to 126, which goes on to 172 to 180. Copy down this question as it is, children. Next column will be class interval, right? That class interval, how do you write? 118 to 126. How do you make this continuous? We make this continuous by subtracting 0.5, adding 0.5. So this will be 117.5 minus 126.5. The next interval will be 126.5. See here, what is the next one actually? 127 to 135. Just example 1 3 I'll write. 136 to 144. See, minus 0.5 is 126.5 to 135.5. This one minus 0.5 will be 135.5. Are they continuous? Yes. 144.5. The next is 144.5 to 153.5. The next is 153.5 to 162.5. 162.5 to 171.5. And the last one, 171.5 minus 180.5. The next column is number of leaves. 3, 5, 9, 12, 5, 4, 2. This should always be in the tabular column. Okay, and that is how much. When you add this, you have to get here 40. This is our frequency distribution table, which is ready. Let's read the question. Draw a histogram to represent the given data. First, make the class interval continuous. Hint they have given, right? But in examination, no hints will be given. We have done. Second sub question is there any other suitable graphical representation for the same data? Let us see. We'll first draw the graph and on that we will just check it out. Third one, we'll answer that. Let us first finish up this. I'm going to erase this children because I want to draw the graph here now, right? So is this table very clear what you are supposed to do? Let's draw the graph in the graph book. That is, you will draw in the graph. Okay. So here it is length in millimeter, and this will be here number of leaves. This is y-axis and this is x-axis. We'll actually start from 0. Now see here, from starting from 0, then the next will be 118, then 117.5, 126.5. The difference is something here than the 0. So what are we supposed to do here? In 8th we have learned, we take a jag line or a quick line, assuming that we are starting from 0 origin. Okay, I'll just take 1 point behind. So that 1 point behind will be, before this 118, if I have to take 108.5, not necessarily required, I've just taken. Next point you go on writing 117.5. Next is 126.5. The whole class interval has to be written here. So 126.5 to 118.5 to 126.5 to 135.5 to 144.5 to 153.5 to 162.5 to 171.5 to 180.5. Frequencies, I think you can take 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, x-axis 1 unit is equal to, count 118 to 126, 118, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 9, right? But 1 is excluded. 1 unit is equal to 8 centimeter. Y-axis 1 unit is equal to 1 centimeter. Now, plotting part, what I have to do here, 118, that is point wise. 117.5 to 126 is how much? 3. Next, 126.5 to 135.5 is 5. Just extend it here only, children. This will come like this. Very clear? 135.5 to 144.5 is 9. Do it neatly with the scale. 144.5 to this is 12. After 12 is 5. Somewhere here. After 5 is 4. After 4 is 2. Done? Very clear? This is histogram. What is the second question? Is there any suitable graphical representation for the same? So when they ask like this, we can also represent that by frequency polygon. Now frequency polygon representation has a different method. But in case you already have presented a histogram, on histogram you can present a frequency polygon very easy. How? Because is just mark the midpoint. Very easy to mark the midpoint here on the graph. Middle line here. Mark the midpoints in this graph. Take a scale, not a free hand. Take a scale and draw. 1 like this. Just join these points. Okay. This point you can join it to the previous interval if you want. That is why I had drawn that. That means this graph can be also represented by frequency polygon. Now, suppose if the same question appears in exam and they ask you directly to represent it by frequency polygon, how do we do it? Because frequency polygon is represented by the midpoint. Midpoint of what? Midpoint of the class interval, right? So, in the next sum, we will learn how to represent only frequency polygon. That means we can represent it in two ways, children. One way is by drawing histogram, marking midpoints and doing. Second way is by only taking the midpoints and doing it. The third sub question here, is it correct to conclude that maximum number of leaves are 53 millimeter long? Why? No, we cannot say that maximum number of leaves are 53 millimeter long because maximum is 12, I agree. But that number of leaves maximum will lie between 145 to 153, or we can say that the maximum number of leaves lies between the class interval, that is 145 millimeter to 153 millimeter. You can conclude that. Yes. Few more homeworks I will mark here and then again we'll start with the sums. I have marked some homework sums. Fifth one is homework, children. Sixth one is homework. Fifth one is drawing histogram. Only histogram. Okay. We know how to do it. Already the class interval is also continuous, so need not again change it. Sixth one is drawing a frequency polygon. How to do that? We will learn that from the seventh sum now. Okay. Always remember, to draw histogram, to draw frequency polygon, we require a continuous type class interval. Okay. Seventh one, which I am doing it now. Number of balls. So it is, I only write few, 1 to 6, 7 to 12, 13 to 18. Is this right to go ahead? No. I require a class interval type of continuous. So this is 0.5 to 6.5, 6.5 to 12.5, 12.5 to 18.5. Next, 18.5 to 24.5, 24.5 to 30.5, 30.5 to 36.5, 36.5 to 42.5, 42.5 to 48.5, 48.5 to 54.5 and 54.5 to 60.5. Once you finish, first find the class mark. What is the class mark? Class mark is the midpoint of the class interval. Now, how do you find the midpoint? Midpoint is found out by adding the lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. 6.5 plus 5 is how much? 7 divided by 2. Midpoint of the class interval is 3.5. Remember this. Class mark is nothing but the midpoint of the class interval. It is found by adding lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Finding the average. That's all. Let's find out quickly. 3.5, 9.5, 15.5, 21.5, 27.5, 33.5, 39.5, 45.5, 51.5 and 57.5. Now after this we have team A and team B separately. Right? Is this very clear what they have given? We have to now, what is the sub question? Represent both the data of in the same graph by frequency polygon. Let's see how to calculate frequency polygon. Now the hint is children here, two ways to draw. If you want to draw it, little bit of extra work will be required. You need not find the class mark. Then how do? You just find histogram. Draw histogram. Randomly I am just doing it. Okay. After you draw the histogram, what you are supposed to do? Join the midpoints here. Frequency polygon. They will give you full marks here. Though histogram is not asked, this is the another method to represent a frequency polygon. But usually frequency polygon is quite simple. Just mark the midpoints and do it. That way also you can do. If not, this is one method to do it. We will go with actually how they have given with this. I am going to erase this now. And both should be represented in the same graph. Team A and Team B. So let's just see how it comes. So in y-axis we have Team A and Team B. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will do here. I'll start from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So this is from 0. So this we have to start from 0.5. Here you are supposed to mark, you know what? Class mark. In y-axis. So scale, first of all, let me write y-axis. So what we have a midpoint here, it is starting from 3.5, 9.5, 15.5, what we have. So you can write the class interval as x-axis will represent class mark. Directly the class mark you can enter from 0, that will be same. So I think 6 difference it will have. 3.5, yeah. But from 0 to here will be not 6 difference actually, right? So we have a jag line here. Now why? Because see here, the midpoint is here 3.5. The next part I am taking is 9.5. Between 3.5 and 9.5 we have 6 difference. But between 0 to 3.5, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 and 0.5, what we have? 0. After 0, what we will have? 0.5, then 1.5, 2.5, it will not come. That's why a jag line. Between this we have 6 differences. 9.5, the same class mark, easy for us to plot also. 15.5, 21.5, 27.5, 33.5, 39.5, 45.5, 51.5 and 57.5. Just see here between 3.5 and 9.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8.5 and 9.5. We have 6 differences. So what we can say here, x-axis 1 unit is equal to 6 centimeter. Y-axis 1 unit is equal to 1 centimeter. Top right corner this has to be written. Now plot it easily. Points you can plot. So what is for team A first we will plot. Okay, you can use black and blue pen here. 2 different colors pen. For 3.5 first it is 2. Then it is 1. Then it is 8. After 8, 9, 4, 5. I have 9. Then I have 4. Then I have 5. After that 6, 10, 6. 6, 10, 6, and the last is 2. So from here what we start, the next point here where you have to go here is 9.5, right? It will actually come down, then you have to go on top, after that here, then it is down, this. See, the points might differ a little bit than your figure because I have just roughly drawn it. So this is what team A. Okay, frequency polygon. This is how you draw it. On the same graph, we will have now team B for the same values. So it is 3.5, it is 5. Then don't mark all the points together, it will be a confusion. 9.5, it is 6. Then 2. Then we have 10. Then we have 5. Then we have 6, 3, 4. Then we have 6. Then 3. Then 4. 8. From here 8 will come somewhere here. And again you have 10. So the point starts from here. 2. Come down. After this I have to go on top. Then it is down. This. This is team B. The same thing what you have to represent the previous graph also. This is how you represent. Do it neatly with 2 color pens. It looks very neat. This is how you represent the frequency polygon. Now, 8 and 9, as we remember that, we studied that representation will be for bar graph, histogram, frequency polygon, histogram with uniform and varying width. Now we learned in the previous, this was uniform width. What is uniform width? Did you see the class interval what we had? The size of the class interval for all the classes what we had? It was same. That was a histogram with uniform width. Now what sums we have? They are the histogram with varying width. How do you know? How do they tell us that? No. They will not give any information or hint that it is a histogram with varying width. So always when the class interval is given, we know that it's a histogram or a frequency polygon. If they ask you, before proceeding, please check whether the class width is same. If the class width is same, proceed with histogram. If it is not same, it's a histogram only, but we have a separate formula to calculate that. 8th one, 9th one I'll mark for homework children, but I will give you the tabular column. You have to only plot the graph, okay? So half will be done by me, 9th one. So age in years. So this is 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 10, 10 to 15 and 15 to 17. Then we have number of children 5, 3, 6, 12, 9, 10 and 4. Always a tabular column is must and should for the graph. The next column will be class width. Okay, W I will just write here as a class width. 1 to 2, count. 1, 2. Now 2 is repeated in the next interval, so class width is 1. 2 to 3, 2, 3. Now, this 3 is repeated, so we take 1 less, 1. 3 to 5, 3, 4, 5. 3 actually. 5 is repeated here. We understood, right? We don't include 5 in this, we include in the next interval. See, is it varying? Yes. 5 to 7, 5, 6, 7. So it is 2. 7 to 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 3. 10 to 15, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it is 5. 15 to 17, 15, 16, 17. So this is 2. Minimum or lowest class width. CW we can write here. Class width is what? Lowest class width is 1. That has to be always written. Okay. The next column will be actually length of rectangle. Length of rectangle formula is given by frequency. Number of children is nothing but frequency. Right? I'll write 9th one here, only children. 9th. Divided by class width into lowest class width. That means each length of a rectangle formula. Length of a rectangle is histogram length. What we have to find here is given by respective frequencies divided by respective class width into lowest class width. Lowest is 1. So let me just show you here one calculation. So this is frequency is how much? 5. 5 divided by respective class width is 1. Into 1, answer is 5. Here, frequency is how much? 3. Divided by class width is 1. Into lowest is also 1. Answer is 3. Frequency is 6. Divided by class width is 2. Into 1. 2 ones are 2 3s are. Okay. Next one. 12. Frequency is 12. Class width is 2. Minimum is 1. 2 6s are. Next. 9. 9 what we have? Yes. Divided by class width is 3. Into 1. Answer is 3. Next. 10. Divided by class width is 5. Minimum is 1. Answer is 2. Last one. 4. Class width is 2. Minimum class width is 1. So it is 2. This is your column. So the graph what we plot here, our x-axis will be the same. That is nothing but class interval. What we have. Age in years, right? According to the question. So what we have here, we'll start from 0, 1. Just write the numbers as they have given. Okay, not with respect to this. 1 to 17 we have. Just write it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know if it will fit in this. 11, 12, 13, 14. Let me readjust it, children. So, if I draw it from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. So this is class interval which is nothing but age in years. In y-axis, now what do we have? I'll just write in short here. Length of rectangle. Okay, what we have done. So it is 5, 3, 2, 2. What we have? Just write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all we have. 6. We have one more. I'll mark it here. Plot it. 1 to 2 it is 5. This is from 0. 1 to 2 it is 5. Next, 2 to 3 it is 3. I am plotting length of rectangle. Next it is again 3. 3 to 5 it is now. 3 to 5 is 3. See here. Histogram of varying width. Next, 5 to 7 it is, first one is 5 is over, 5, 3 is over, 3 is over. 5 to 7 is 6. Then we have 7 to 10 as 3. 7 to 10 we have children again. So this is 3. 7 to 10 is over. Last 10 to 15. 10 to 15 is 2. 15 to 17 is also 2. This is histogram of varying width. Understood how to draw? That's all. They have not asked anything apart from that. So for the next question, what I will do now is, ninth one, what I have marked for homework, I'll erase this. Yeah, scale I forgot to mention. Scale, x-axis, 1 unit is equal to 1 centimeter. Y-axis, 1 unit is equal to 1 centimeter, right? The next one, ninth one, I only give you the tabular column. Graphical part, I think you can do it. We have number of letters, ninth one. It is 1 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 12 and 12 to 20. Number of surnames, frequency I'll write directly. 6, 30, 44, 16 and 4. Class width, right? 1 to 4 is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3. 4, 5, 6. So it is 2. 6, 7, 8. So 2. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 4. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it is 8. This is how you are writing the class width. 3, 2, 2, 4, 8. Please write the tabular column. Yeah. Lowest class width is what? 2. Length of the rectangle. Length of the rectangle is given by frequency divided by class width into lowest class width. So individually when we see here, frequency is 6 divided by 3 into 2. 3 ones are, 3 twos are. Answer is 4. 30 divided by 2 into 2. 2 and 2 cancel. Answer is 30. 44 divided by 2 into 2. Answer is 44. 16 divided by 4 into 2. 4 ones are, 4 fours are, 4 twos are, 8. 4 divided by 8 into 2. Cancel, it is 1. That means now your class interval will be this in the x-axis. Your y-axis will be length of the rectangle till here. Plan out, it is till 30. I think 2, 4, 6, 8 you can take and do it. Yes. Go ahead and do the histogram here. So with this we complete today's session and also this exercise. I've given some homework, so please complete it. Thank you.